Welcome back, everybody, to another round of the Common Ground podcast. Your favorite Common Ground.
We're on the
Ground.
podcast?
I knew I was going to do that. Common Ground Cup. Your favorite tournament. We play your favorite format. Pauper. We're heading in the round 4. We had a popular matchup. Not popular matchup, but a popular deck. And
We do have one of the more popular decks.
Gardens versus Broodscale. So we're finally seeing the menace, some would say, to the Pauper format. And Hippo, we have had this conversation a lot.
We have.
But a lot of, like, clamoring on banning Sadistically or Writhing Chrysalis. Thoughts on that?
No.
No thoughts? You don't want to share?
No, no. I think no on bans.
So that's surprising from you not to have an opinion.
Oh, I do have an opinion. I am quite an opinionated individual. But no, I think I like having Broodscale around as a deck that can put pressure on the format while it's not like completely oppressive to the format.
No, and we talked a couple weeks ago on the podcast too, where it's okay for, like, there's a lot of decks to choose from, and yes, this deck does push out a lot of combo decks. You could still play the other combo decks if you really want to. Like, this isn't a format that's leading you to the Pro Tour, so as long as it's not like unplayable, it's kind of fine. Like, it's okay to have a best deck for a little bit. It's okay for that deck to be the best deck for 4 months or whatever. You know. It's just, let this be an eternal format where people can drop it, pick it back up. And
I know we talked about it on our last episode. We actually talked about 2 episodes ago about having a stability in a format, and I think it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It is not bad to have, like, these are the things that you're gunning to beat.
The best card in the format being a 4/5 with reach, whatever. Like, cool. Yeah, it grows and stuff. It dies the cast down. You know.
Yeah, just play black cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Which. Speaking of black cards, is what his opponent is doing. Derrick is on the old Gardens.
So we got Derrick Smith on Golgari Gardens and Michael Pfohl on Jund Wildfire.
He's on Wildfire?
Or Jund Wildfire.
I think he's playing Broodscale.
Jund Broodscale. Sorry about that. So interesting matchup. It's kind of, I'm starting to lean towards Gardens a little bit because it has just plethora removal, but the Broodscale that can just kind of get you with Duress, Tameo safekeeping. It's like, cool, nice hand. It's gone. I stripped it. Or, like, you kept open, like, you think you're safe with 2 removal spells, like cast down and snuff out. You take the cast down for Duress and you Tameo safekeeping the other one. It's just good, you know? And you got to deal with the Writhing Chrysalis. Like, that is always a problem. We talk about this deck. It kind of goes on 2 different axes. We talked, like, it's almost like a Splinter Twin situation.
Yeah. Now, one thing that Derrick does have, or 2 things actually that Derrick has, is he does have these free removal spells in his deck. He does have the Snuff Outs. He does have the Spitting Darkness, which is a huge one here. But so you're able to play this game where you can start to tap out for things, and then you can just follow up with these removal spells that are going to kill the Broodscale upon contact with a Sadistically, or even a Writhing Chrysalis as well. So,
and we see, I mean, I like that Spitting Darkness, like you said. It's just more
free removal. Free is the key.
And sideboards, what are we thinking in for sideboards? Like, are thinking quite ahead already. But if you're Derrick Smith on
if you're Derrick,
Gardens,
you probably want to
last rights.
I do think you like that.
Just keep your removal spells and just strip everything else.
I think so. I think you probably just just strip them down because you just want them to have no resources, right? Like, I mean, that's like the idea. Like your deck is. The Gardens deck is just mono removal spells and mono card draw.
And this is the Derrick Smith that in round 2, last rights discarded his whole hand to discard his opponent's Tron whole hand while they have Tron on board.
Won the game.
So let's top deck, baby. Let's do this.
Won the game because of it. Eventually, way down the line, but like did win the game because of it. If I come to find out.
And funny enough, with like how different game plans these decks play, they're very, very similar. Like, we have the Deadly Disputes, Ichor Wellspring packages in both decks. And I believe, is Derrick Smith just straight Golgari? He is. So
yeah, he's
not on the
no Chrysalis here. He wants to keep it clean.
Classic. Something that you and I had fondly played, but we kind of like shoved to the side. Because this meta is a little hostile to Gardens, because Chrysalis is annoying, but Furby, man.
Yeah, Refurbished Familiar is pretty brutal.
I don't want to play against that card on Garden side.
Yeah, it's not great. And some of the like good better matchups for Gardens have kind of like dissipated away a little bit as well because of being able to.
We see Cali guys saying, "I want to root for Derrick, but I also want to root for Glee." You're just trying to get Glee banned, Gally. We know that.
Yeah. No shame. Don't. All right.
Oh. Both of them, both two homies.
They are two homies of ours.
Two team tilters. We'll
They
call
are.
it.
They are tilters.
That is our little testing group, or friend group, testing group,
But
homie group.
It was our group of homies.
We wouldn't call it a team scoop. We'd call it a homie scoop.
It is.
I don't know who's on the play here, but as we are, we're gonna find out pretty quick.
I think they're just looking up their opening hands actually.
Yep. Looks like two spitting darkness from Derrick.
I'll start at the beginning. How do you think this matchup is favored amongst the two?
I just see it going either way. Like Golgari could just have all the removal spells and just like all the card draw, but Derrick could just also have both decks have the capability of just drawing a lot of cards with Deadly Dispute, Ichor Wellspring.
Yep.
And like Duress and Tamiyo Safekeeping can just be very, very annoying for the Garden side. I like the Snuff Outs and the Spitting Darkness though.
Yeah. So knowing both of these individuals as well, it's like Derrick gets to play in the fact that he's like just entrenched in the format a lot, so he just has lots of format knowledge, and then knowing Michael as well, he loves himself a green-black combo deck. If there is a green-black combo deck available in a format, he will play it.
Yep.
Turns out he has come to play Broodscale.
Yep.
So
is this a deck that Derrick has been on for a minute then?
No,
was he settled on this?
He did not settle on this deck.
See an Ivysaur hit the battlefield. That can't be good. There we go.
It did take him a while to settle on playing Gardens. He definitely tested a lot of different decks this past week. I know we had lots of conversations about what was the best thing for him to be doing.
Okay. So we see Blood Fountain on
I
turn 2.
don't think he can Blood Fountain
nope,
off of a Colony Garden, which he has realized immediately. Attack for 0.
Oh, I love it.
Love an attack for 0.
Put the Fear in God in full. It's back to the you missed Tom's nice bit, but I am now the Lorax, so that is a very Lorax.
Oh, I said
okay.
Yeah, I said you speak for the trees.
Exactly, that is a very Lorax move. Get in there for the O1.
Yeah, get in there for that Saproling or plant token actually.
We see Pfohl grab the 4, so it makes me want. Yep, we do see the Green Ponder, the Malevolent.
We have
Rumble.
the Malevolent Rumble.
We do see that. Derrick is a double token, confusing me a little bit. Just keep the Ivysaur on. And we see Ichor draw like that. We see a Sadistic Glee or Writhing Chrysalis. So, deadly. Like, he's got options. I see Eviscerator's Insight, too. So, like, this is what you want if you're full.
Yeah, I mean...
And a Colony Guard of his own, too. Wow.
Now we got that Blood Fountain coming down. Another attack for 0.
I love it. What's it going to do? Block.
Right. You're not blocking.
Oh, wow. We see a mountain off the top. So Pfohl can go Colony Garden and just play the Writhing Chrysalis next turn. Foil Colony Garden from Originals in a card. Pretty cool. I like that plant token, too. Good taste.
I wonder where he got this from.
Good taste, Pfohl. Good taste. There we go. We see the one to represent the one blood.
We got singular blood on the line.
Us Magic players coming very unprepared with our tokens. There we go. Good guy Pfohl. Bring out the blood. And Derrick, you're driving me nuts with the 2 tokens on top of each other to represent the plant. Getting there. Do we see a block? It's all fun and games until Derrick Smith ninjutsus.
It could be. It would be like Okiba Gang.
Discard
just 2. Like discard 2 cards. That would be a power play.
Not
right
on the list, but Pfohl doesn't know that.
That's true. He does not know that.
In Gardens, that'd be insane.
That would actually be a huge swing if it were. Yeah, that would be pretty sick.
Pfohl counting all the beautiful cards he has in hand. He's gonna play that mountain, or we're just gonna see if it deploy the Writhing Chrysler. But because if it eats a removal spell, whatever. Like that's what it's there for.
Yeah. Here's that Chrysalis we talked about. I see those Spitting Darkness in Derrick's hand.
It's almost like a Duress, just for the a removal spell.
Correct.
In a really weird way.
He's gonna get rid of this blood token. Interesting.
I like that.
Sure. I mean, converts to an extra mana here. Yeah, that's fine.
Untapping. Derrick.
Let's see.
Both
we had
players.
both Spinning Darknesses in his hand. I can see a cast down there.
That's nice. Both players just infinite options.
Yeah, we have. I imagine this will not be a short match.
No, we better get tucked in.
We'll be here a while. See, Derrick thinking about what he wants to do with across the turn.
Did he swing with that plant token?
I don't know exactly what he did. Huh.
I don't know what I missed there. Did he sack? No. Huh. 2 huhs there. Yeah. Might have just been joking around and forgot that there's a creature on board.
I think he might have. That might have also been.
No,
the case.
number two.
Yeah,
Give it up for number two.
Yeah.
And man, getting these spawns out early, it's always nice to have these spawns around
extra
when you want a
mana.
combo.
Yeah.
Well, just when you start the combo, because it's just 2 less mana you got to worry about. See another Colony Garden from Pfohl, reaching for another plant token. Brought 2 tokens, very smart. Multiple tokens from Pfohl. I appreciate that. You're playing a deck that makes a lot of tokens. Bring the tokens. I like that.
Oh, you mean the deck you packed for him?
Yes.
Okay.
So Chrysalis past to Derrick. Derrick.
We're just sending. We're
cycling
sending a
his
message with
troll.
that plant token. I don't need that plant token.
Pfohl, a little scared to block though with the plant. Pfohl ain't about it. He doesn't want
Nah.
to be swinging in. He's not singing them. He's like, I'm not here for games. I'm here to game.
We're gaming. We're gaming hard.
Calico sending a message. Exactly.
That's right. All right. Let's see what Derrick wants to follow up and deal with the second Chrysalis here. Ooh, we got a Crypt Rats.
Oh, are we gonna see the toxin analysis here?
Oh, let's go.
And Pfohl's gonna learn a Pauper trick. Wrath of God gain 6, 7
Well-
life, but we can just sack.
We're gonna sack a 4 of these, so he's gonna gain 4 less life in this. He's just gonna gain
4
life total.
But he's gonna gain 3 life because he's gonna do a damage to himself too.
Correct.
But and to Pfohl, he's gonna do a damage too. So will gain 4 life. Hippo, you're correct. So Derrick will be at 24 once this is all said and done. They have not changed life totals. Don't know if we can.
They're keeping life totals on paper.
That's not very nice for us.
I agree.
Maybe we can. Can you tell them to do that for us? Thank you. And it should be 20 to 24.
Or as long as they agree on the life totals on their life pad, that's fine too.
Well, no, they should be 2024.
Wait.
Pfohl should be at 19. Because he took 1 damage from that Crypt Rats.
That's right.
Crypt Rats.
Cool. We got that squared away.
Don't know if we can do that
Oh,
because we're technically interfering.
So the Malevolent Rumble found a Broodscale.
Yep. Sorry, we got a little.
And we got that Eviscerator's Insight in the yard.
That is a nice card,
Derrick
man.
taking an eyeball.
Because this
on
game
what's
is
going
going to
on.
go long.
I was like, yeah, Derrick taking an eyeball on wants to go over there because does he have any main deck graveyard hate? He does not have like a bomb or anything. His bombs are in the board.
We might see a couple attempts at comboing from Pfohl. We might not just see the one and done. And Pfohl is able to, I believe, no enchantment or artifact removal too. So Pfohl is able to run out this makeshift munitions and just get that out there early for when you want to combo early duress from Pfohl. Wow, to see.
Though there's an Avenging Hunter, Drown in Sorrow, and Double Spinning Darkness.
So if you're Pfohl, you're thinking if he has a second duress, you can get around the spinning darkness. Not even a second duress if you just have the Tameo safekeeping. I think which we saw, he's good to combo next turn if he plays around the top card of Derrick's library. You know.
We love playing around the top card of unknown
Well,
information.
not playing around.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. Like, there's no need to. Like, you're safe to combo next turn.
Yeah, as far as you know.
A
Yeah.
shorter game than we think. Let's see what Derrick rips from here.
I mean, if Derrick grips another removal spell, he's still in the game.
Pfohl tucking that duress into the graveyard. He
Yeah.
doesn't want Derrick to see it.
Yeah, we can't. Derrick can't manipulate his graveyard because Spinning Darkness does check the
top 3.
the top 3 black cards of your graveyard.
Man, let's see Limbus. I think you kind of got to run it out. You need something. That's
You gotta find an answer so that you're not just completely dead here. But also, Pfohl does have to find an out to do something with this infinite creature or power
He has
creature.
munitions in hand.
He does have munitions. Okay,
We see the munitions in hand.
Okay.
That's what I was wondering if
Yes. Okay.
would
I
have
see
been
it now.
with the Gardens decks, but depending on the matchup, I like playing munitions early because it's just 1 less mana. You have to 1 less mana you have to use the combo with.
Yeah.
But we see 2 Tameo safekeeping. So
Also, and the Acrewall Springs help too. If you didn't have it, perhaps
see the Broodscale.
Put the Glee on there.
Derrick's
Derrick's going to attempt to go for the Spinning Darkness there.
Put the Splinter Twin and Receiver, Exarch.
Yeah, he's kind of forced to do this. He doesn't know that they're. Oh, he's cast down.
So he has the other one.
He does have a
Nice.
double answer. Cool.
Interesting. He's choosing to show Pfohl the cast down, which he has not seen yet.
And Derrick's going to should I believe respond here with the
Spinning Darkness.
Spinning
Yep.
Darkness.
That is on the stack, so you cannot exile the cast. Yep. Thank you. Do not let that resolve. You got a Spinning Darkness. So we're going to see that Spinning Darkness.
I think he's eyeballing those cards in the graveyard.
Yep. Troll, Crypt Rats, Toxin, Spinning Darkness. Get those 3 cards out of the yard. Boop. And
Bing, bing, bing.
that's going to
The
happen.
Broodscale.
Pfohl not having enough green mana for that second one.
Yep.
All going
So
under that
Derrick
Eviscerer's
Derrick
Insight.
did find that removal spell that he needed there to stay in the game.
I like Pfohl's keeping that Eviscerer's Insight at top, just to remember that he has it.
Yep. That's just grinder mentality.
That's okay. It's like you can show your
No,
opponent.
you're totally fine. Like
Yeah.
you say, do whatever you need to do to
Some
help you.
people think too much about like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want to show my opponent this, but just assume your opponent's smart and knows what's going on.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to miss something.
We'll see what
dumb like
Derrick's
that.
gonna put an Avenging Hunter into play. Let's
Clock.
That is a clock. Put a garden in play.
I mean, I get it. Like if your hand you don't got the removal anymore, it's like, what are you doing? Like you're not.
yeah, you got to progress the game plan, get the
Mhm.
game over with.
I like
now
it.
that you don't have that you put the shields down.
Eviscerator's Insight again from Pfohl, so we can see a Ichor Wellspring first. Yep, and we're gonna see that Eviscerator's probably
That's
after.
a malevolent rumble.
You probably just want the sheer amount of card draw in your hand.
He
nope.
wants to find specific pieces because he has
Makes
neither
sense.
of the pieces of the combo anymore.
That is true. Good point. Good point.
We found a Nightier's
There's one
Nightblade, a
piece.
Broodscale, and another malevolent.
Probably picking
rumble.
up that. Yep,
Take
there
the
we are.
Take the Broodscale. Yep, because he's still got the win condition in his hand with the with the munitions.
And he's going to grab that second token, make it easiest for us on coverage. Thank you again, Pfohl, for bringing the ample amount of tokens for your deck.
Thank you, Cameron, for bringing an ample amount of tokens so that Pfohl has enough tokens.
You're welcome. I'm doing us a favor here.
You are doing us a favor. Meanwhile, I'm over here forgetting to pack tokens for the people that I lent decks to.
Never. Oh, we're going to see if a draw. Drawing 4 cards this turn off that Ichor 5 for draw step, man.
Lots of cards. So many pieces of
What an
cardboard.
engine. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, people talk about, like, these Deadly Dispute bans, like, hypothetically, but it's just like, yeah, it's good, but we ain't going to miss it that much. Like, we still have it. It's not worth it. Wouldn't change the
No,
format
even
at all.
and you can't get rid of the trinkety artifacts. There's just other trinkety artifacts.
It's just built in the Pauper now, baby.
Yep.
The trinket format.
All right.
Thank you, Derrick, for
All right.
bringing out the initiative. Can you read that, Hippo?
No, but I do know what it does.
So-
Actually, I'm sorry. My vision's really good. I can read you exactly
yeah,
what it
exactly.
does.
Derrick, first chapter was.
First chapter is go search for basic land. Derrick has moved over to the Scry 2 option.
I like that because
He's just trying to find removal spells so that he just can
needs to
continue
dig.
to keep himself in the game, so
Keep
he
that
doesn't just
limnus on
die
top.
out of nowhere.
because the other path is put 2 counters on something and then lose 5 life. So that's kind of like the aggressive path. But Derrick just needs to dig for cards.
Yeah,
here.
because I mean, this is like a 5 turn. Well, this is like a 5 turn clock. Because at some point, or a 4 turn clock, because he just needs to cross over these tokens on the board from full side.
See a
Another
Limbus from
Limbus
Derrick. That was-
there. See what Derrick wants to find.
Looking at his daily bread here, thinking about it. He's drawing it.
He took the card.
Man,
attack
that's-
for 5. Yep.
That's the clock we're talking about, baby.
Yeah, Derrick locked in this game.
He is. We see Drownsar. Do you see the card he drew was? I can't quite tell.
I did not quite see what the card was. Oh no. I don't think anything position wise changed on there. But the 2 spinning darkness are gone, so it doesn't matter for the rest of this game.
Yeah, that's true. That is a good point.
That is
a good point.
it doesn't matter for this game. He doesn't have any more on the board either, so a third is at nowhere to be seen.
See the Twisted Landscape from Pfohl. Now he's thinking. So he has the Broodscale. I don't see it statistically. He has some munitions. He's had that munitions here for a second. Pfohl's in the tank. If you're Pfohl, you just want to dig for that statistically, or
Yeah, I think
is that what that is? Way in the back there, or is that a duress?
I think it's a duress. He's had that in his hand for a few turns. I think he drew it the turn following
We're
the
gonna see
turn
Baskin
tried to
Broodscale.
combo.
Oh no, maybe it is a. I think it is a Broodscale or a statistically in the back. We're gonna see
respond with
the file. I like
he's
it.
going to respond with he's safekeeping still in his
Mhm.
hand.
I would assume if he's safekeeping here, he does have the. No.
But he doesn't have
no.
another black source, so
He is just gonna deadly dispute it.
sure.
Okay, interesting play from Pfohl. He's letting one of his root wallas go. Broodscales go. Yep. Maybe trying to bait Derrick to use his removal a little bit.
Could
Because
be.
he's gonna be up a lot of cards here versus Derrick.
I think he's also just trying to put Derrick to the test like every turn that he can.
Give a treasure, draw another Broodscale, and play out this munitions. I like that. Just
Yeah, may as well use your mana this turn.
Yep. 1 less mana. You got 1 less mana. Because when the turn you combo off on, if you don't have the outlet, which he now does, you do need colored mana still. Like, you make infinite colorless.
Yeah, we've seen some of these people, some of the Broodscale pilots actually adopting like Energy Refractor into their deck, so they have a way to filter through all this mana while it also being a cantrip rock in their deck. So,
See, and Derrick crack the blood, pick up a troll, because if he has nothing else to do,
he is going to make a treasure. Yep.
Nothing else to do. He might just slam the troll and be like, "You're dead next turn. Hope you have the combo, bro."
He could.
You know.
He could also just try to play a little safe too if he wants to.
I mean, if you don't have removal, there's no
I mean,
safety.
but
Is that Eviscerators in sight in this hand?
I mean,
Pfohl
Pfohl doesn't now know what's in all the contents of Derrick's hand because he'll have drawn so many cards.
Drown in Sorrow. Get that spawn out of there. I kind of like that. Maybe go to combat first. Might have been the play there.
I mean, you're actually getting in for less damage this way.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Going to combat first might have been the play there, but
yeah,
I trust Derrick doing what he does. Should be taking 5 less or 2 less on Drown Sorrow.
Correct.
Hey, Judge.
Can we go update correct life totals on our future match?
Pfohl should be up 2 life from the Drown Sorrow affecting the Avenging Hunter 2. Thank you, Garrison. Man, what a grid timing.
That was beautiful. He walked in just at the right time.
He can smell it, because Pfohl was at 14, correct? When he swung? Yes.
Yes. So now Pfohl is at 11.
The correct number.
Yeah.
11.
What we refer to
Thank
in
you,
our
Garrison.
group of folks as the holy number.
The holy number 11.
That's right.
Our lucky number. We're going to see that in Eviscerator's Insight, it looks like.
Probably
what are we
just
going
going
to
to filter through a Limbus, probably. Or no, we're going to filter through a treasure token.
He wants the life's not super relevant here.
Yeah.
You're either dead or you're not. Doesn't matter if you have 60 life. I love the common ground heart. Just
that makes us feel good.
Yeah, just saying there. That initiative just might coast in the victory. Oh, we see the backup sadistically.
We have the combo
wow,
again with the protection.
Sometimes you just peel it off the top.
He's got the protection.
Yep. What
does Derrick have the snuff out? Nope. Derrick does not have the snuff out.
Picking up the cards there. That's Pfohl just risky play playing that Broodscale.
Mm-hmm.
But he had the card advantage in hand, so like it was a smart play. Like after everything was said and done, because you drew into the other one and you drew into the sadistically.
And I guess Derrick gets to start the game at 19.
Yeah, and we see the power of Tameo Seafcaping there, like and duress.
Yeah,
just like knowing your opponent's hand and like, okay, I don't have to play around anything here. I have one piece of backup. I can go for it here.
You know, I bet you that Michael Pfohl boards in 0 cards in the matchup.
What do we got from his sideboard? We have 4 breath
We have
weapons?
4 Breath Weapon, 1 Pyroblast, 2 Red Elemental Blast, 4 Snuff Out, and 4 Weather the Storm.
Yeah, I agree.
I would agree that there are 0 cards that come in this matchup.
Is there anything like it's dead in the main board? Not really.
Not really. I mean, I think the worst card. It's not even bad. It's like Shambling Gas. It's like kind of whatever. Like it's not even bad. Except put you up a treasure if it dies. So it's
I want snuff outs over. Get rid of the. I don't even know, man.
No, I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to board in any cards here.
Yeah.
On Derrick's side, what do we got?
We got 1 Drown Sorrow, 2 Last Rites, 2 Nihil Spell Bombs, 1 Snuff Out, 1 Toxin, 4 Troublemaker Oofs, 4 Weather Storm. So Derrick has option. He's probably looking at those Troublemaker Oofs, the other Toxin Analysis, the Snuff Out, and the Last Rites. Is what I would be guessing.
I would agree with everything you just said.
Because that Last Rites, man, you could just strip.
You can just strip the hand, and they have just like nothing. Yeah.
Well, Pfohl is playing 8 Deadly Dispute effects. He's playing 4 Eviscerators, 4 Deadly Disputes. So like you're leaving yourself to get blown out by top decks pretty hard there.
I mean, Derrick's also playing in the similar game space where he's also got all these draw 2 effects as well. So
yep. How many is Derrick playing?
Derrick is playing.
Right in front of me.
He's got 4 Deadly Disputes, 2 Eviscerator's Insight, and 3 Fanatical Offers.
So he's playing one more even.
But his spread of cantrip artifacts are the 2 Ichor Wellsprings and 3 Limbus.
Mm-hmm. But then you have the Nihil Spellbomb, or not Nihil Spellbombs, the Colony Gardens.
Yeah, I would imagine like Tithing Blade comes out here because it's just really hard to tag it's really hard to tag like a
something
card that matters.
Yeah,
it's really hard there.
That's probably like the easiest. Fungal Infection ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
So that gets out of there. That's 3 cards. We're thinking about probably bringing a few in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the Avenging Hunter. And
he probably cuts Shambling Gas from himself.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, I agree. There we go. So I like the Thorns here because you can get in early.
Puts a clock on, and they have a really hard time taking the initiative back. Well, the Broodscale guys got
the Thorn being the Monarch too. So
yep. Whatever emblem creature it might be.
Emblem.
Yeah, emblem creature. But yeah, it's
1 putting the pressure, 1 refill on your hand. So probably want to see an early one of those. You know, funny enough, I think Dark Ritual in a sideboard for gardens against this would actually be kind of spicy.
Just put like a turn 2, like
Avenging
a Avenging Hunter into play, or a turn 2.
Thorn would be easier to do turn 2.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet. I agree.
Because even a Dark Ritual on turn 2, it's only 4 mana for Thorn. So unless you had a second one, you could bring in the Avenging Hunter on turn 2. But all in our imagination.
This is true. This is very true. But it looks like Pfohl's finished up randomizing his deck here.
Good old, I gave him permission to riffle. I said, riffle away.
I was asked. I denied. I denied my folks.
I double sleeve, so it's like...
Yeah, Pauper's like the one format I don't. Because my cards move around a lot, so it becomes a little obnoxious.
Yeah, me too.
For me.
I just like my entire playable collection is just double sleeve.
That's fair.
Which is nice. Or like, at least like it's in the inner sleeve, so it just makes it fine. And I just ask when people return cards, they return them. In the
How do you
sleeve
pronounce
again.
the PF sound? It's just an F. Pretend
Pfohl.
pretend that P is not there. It's just Pfohl.
Shout out Pfohl. He has a awesome band. That
You are a fan. You are a fan
we are
of his music.
It's called Secret Stuff. I don't think they're still making music anymore, but we are both like Midwestern emo fans.
You indeed are.
He was on one of his songs made it to my Spotify.
You rapped for last year, yeah.
And so it's kind of funny to tag Pfohl in that. So appreciate him. He's been a good buddy. It's kind of weird. Like he grew up with like the people that I look up to quite a bit, or not look up to, but enjoy their music. So it's kind of funny. Shout out Pfohl for that, making some sick music.
Yep, and our buddy Derrick here, I know he really, really helped solidify Pauper as a format that people want to play in the Nashville, Middle Tennessee area.
Yeah, he's an old man.
He's an old. He and I go way back in this
helped,
format.
Yeah, he helped really just start the Pauper scene. Like
Yeah,
he walked so we could run.
He did. He put way more effort to it than I did, and I wish I put a little more effort to it back in the day. But
Look at you now.
But look at me now.
Linden decks out for people, and
yeah, that was what he did. It was what he did back in the day. He always had several different decks that he had available for people. He was like, anybody want to play Pauper? Anytime he can went to the game store. Anybody want to play Pauper? Yeah.
Love that.
Nah, super cool dude.
Both players
very
7.
enthusiastic about the format.
Oh, very. Pfohl to 6, keeping a 6. Derrick to
But
6, keeping
also
his
6.
6. I like that.
But
Smith
say,
can play. Derrick
but
can play.
Derek's on the play with another garden.
He just plays before he draws. I love that. He's like, back to you, go. Man, good stuff. He hands him.
Let's go. We love those Pokemon cards.
We do. And
in our Magical the Gathering.
Ivysaur, it looks like. It looks like Ivysaur, not Bulbasaur.
I didn't play Pokemon as a kid. I'm so ignorant as to what anything is.
We see the attack with the plant and then the block with the plant. We love that.
That's some good banter at the table.
Is. Let's
see.
Ichor, draw. Subfat Investigator's Insight that's in hand. A theme of today. Also,
plant warfare.
might want to stay stabbed.
Hey, thank you, the Mason Clark, for the follow.
You see, I love the attack there. Derrick just land go. If he's not deploying trinket artifacts, not too much to do.
Looks like Pfohl did board in the snuff outs, actually.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that makes... Oh, okay. I like it over Shambling Geist, because it's like, if you're afraid of a clock, like if you're getting rid of the Avenging Hunter, it's like...
Yeah,
I
think that's basically its only purpose, is to get rid of an Avenging Hunter.
Because then you're cooking. You got time. I like leading on... Let's see what Pfohl decides here. Deadly Dispute here. Nice.
Get that treasure.
And draw some cards.
Draw them 3 cards. We've Ancestral Recalled.
Mm-hmm. 2 or 1 then 2. But.
Yeah. Well, we've Ancestral Recalled. That's all said and done.
He's going to crack that.
Let's see.
Probably grabbing his mountain. His one of mountain he's searching for.
Yep, that appears to be what he's done.
Because he's not on the Bridges Wildfire list.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, he's just playing the middle of the road.
So Oofs, I said earlier, Oofs would be fine from Derrick. I forgot he's on the Wildfire list, so Oofs would be pretty bad going into Pfohl here.
He could also try to use them to get aggressive, just put more early threats into play if he wants to, so that he just doesn't give Michael a bunch of time to set up for a combo turn.
We got Swamp and we got 4 mana. And
I see some Chrysalis. I see some Sadistic Glees and
I see a Writhing Chrysalis. Oh, 2 Mountains of
And
Deck.
there's a
Apologize.
duress in his hand as well.
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna swing him with that 0-1.
Get in there for 0.
Oh, cast on the Writhing Crystals. I thought he was cast on the plant for a second. I'm like, whoa, no, Derek, don't do that.
Oh, I think Derek knows what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, get them spaghetti noodles out of here.
Crystal is just demanding so much. Just like giving you the spawns, lets you combo without dumping the mana in the Broodscale. That's just a whole nother step that's just averted, and it just soaks up a removal spell so quick.
Yep.
You know, it's
Yeah, I mean it's
the rest.
I mean that's the thing about this Broodscale deck. It's like every threat they put into play is a must answer
we
threat.
see a duress first. Let's go see what's going on. Clear the way for this Chrysalis. I really like that. If you just want to be on the
Oh, wow, his hand is just
we hear
a
them laughing.
pile of
We hear them
removal spell.
laughing.
Yeah, we did hear the
wow. Take
up one of the free removal spells.
And Derrick is just gonna sit beautifully. Really, just kind of wants like Olympus and Ichor Wellspring,
Yeah, he just wants some way
a
to
Colony Guard.
Yeah, he just wants something to put into play for fodder for this Deadly Dispute.
Man,
Yeah, that is a pile of removal spells. It's gonna be very difficult for Michael to get this combo through right now.
so Michael plays this Writhing Crystals. If you're Derrick, do you want to cast down it, or do you want to snuff out and pay just the 4 mana?
I think I want to make use of my open mana on this turn
Mhm.
and just cast down it. Honestly.
I think I like that too because there's a third Chrysalis and an Evolution.
Oh, an Evolution Witness is pretty good too.
Kind of hard to put onto the board here, but
Correct. It's just not going to do a lot because you're not going to get the adapt trigger off of it.
but the game is going to go long.
The game will go long, and it seems that Pfohl agrees. But
And you know what's really spicy?
what's that?
Sadistic Glee on the Evolution Witness with spawns in play.
That does work out nicely.
It does. And that is a 1-of, so Pfohl is going to take that card. And we're going to get in for our 0-1 plant. That is a lot of removal. Rip Noodle.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's what Garden's deck is. It's just a pile of removal spells.
Pfohl might just.
So he did find the Troublemaker Oof. He's on board with the same thing. Just put a 2-1 into play.
2-2.
Or 2-2, sorry. 2-2 into play.
That draws you 2 cards once you
Once you
sack
dead the
it.
dispute,
Yeah. Plant's going away. We're going to say goodbye to random Pokemon.
That's right.
Bellsprout. I don't know. Yes, keep that common ground look. Thank you, Pfohl.
Beautiful. I bet you Derrick drew that.
Oh, 100%.
Something tells me Derrick drew that.
Full draw. Oh, I got Sadistically, but we are far from safe to combo. 2 Sadisticallys in hand.
Yep.
But we are still far from a safe combo.
That is correct. Yeah, we've quite a lot of work to do to get in that spot.
No, I remember talking to Pfohl, and he last minute today took Last Rites out of his sideboard. And I think just right now you would love a Last Rites.
Yeah, Last Rites would be a very big game right now.
Game over.
Yeah, because then you just strip Derrick of every single removal spell in his hand.
You just keep your Sadistically. But no way to win the game right now off the Sadistically, even if you had that in this fictional world we live in.
Derrick agrees with you. Wants to draw a couple cards off that Troublemaker Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Which he finds another Troublemaker Oof.
They came us too. And Olympus. There we go.
There's Olympus.
That's nicer to sack, I guess.
It feels better.
Yeah. And Derrick still needs to hit land drops. Like, it's awkward because he needs lands and something to do.
Yeah.
Looks like
he didn't.
a dark. What is that? Why can't I think of that card? Spinning Darkness.
Yeah, he does have the Spinning Darkness. He has 2 free removal spells still in his hand.
Bottom the Spinning Darkness off Olympus.
Well, he's still got one in his hand.
Yep.
So
Correct.
he's still got 2 free removal spells that he can fire off.
Makes sense with the bottom just because like you only have 4 black cards in your graveyard. But if you cast the first one, it's 2 black cards. So you only need 1 more.
Looks like he.
But just need lands.
Curious what he's thinking about here.
Right thinking about what he's going to discard for turn.
No, he's just gonna fire. He's got the Deadly Dispute.
Wow.
Well, he's got the 2 free removal spells. So this makes sense.
Yes, but I don't like going to hand size.
No, I don't like that either.
But you need a land. Like, you got to start hitting land
he's
drops.
gonna try to find a land drop here.
You got to find, like...
Something.
Yeah, you got it in this game. Because the more this goes, Pfohl is favored, I believe.
I would agree.
Which is wild to say a combo deck versus a control deck.
Yeah, because, I mean, the combo deck is just so resilient to itself. Because, I mean...
It's a control deck that doesn't play counter spells. Remember, control is different in Pauper. Justin Turner has liked the stream. Thank you. Draw
Find a Crypt Rats and an Ichor Wellspring, I believe.
Now we're going to be moving to discard. Oh, no, we're going to crack 2. And we're going to cast down that. I like that.
Chrysalis.
Yeah, I like that. Do that now.
Make use of our mana. We're not going to discard Eviscerator's Insight on the Chrysalis.
Man, what a trading of resources this game is. Just Deadly Disputes getting flung. Draw 2s getting flung back and forth. Response to removal spells. It's just... Ugh.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Now, if you're full, playing this Evolution Witness?
I mean, he's got the two pieces of free removal in his hand, which
Use it,
yeah, I mean, it makes him use it. It also like
probably want to wait till you can adapt it twice, which it's 3 and 2, so that's 5/7 mana to be able to adapt it twice, which we are at that
So we are at the threshold.
And if you want to eat all removal spells with it,
yeah,
that you know of,
and then you still get back a card out of it even after you've done all that.
No, because you play it, level it up.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking backwards.
Yep.
Yeah, no. So does he have like a safekeeping or anything like that? That would also help.
Wouldn't be able to do it with the trigger still.
Oh, we still got treasure tokens down here. So he's got some extra.
Oh, and the Eldrazi. Yeah, you have plenty of mana.
He's riding high.
He's gonna adapt it there. Derrick's gonna think. He's gonna read it. Do I want to use my? I mean, I've kind of pressed into it as like hard as that is, In game 1 is going to be important because we might not see a finished game 3.
Probably not. This I would imagine the game would probably go pretty long.
Grindy. Because we were going to see that.
We're going to see the spinning darkness here. He's going to do it again. Derrick's going to fire back again.
He's thinking, he's like, man.
Because he's got, because Pfohl's got the treasures and all those spawns sitting in play too.
So we can do it one more time.
Yeah. He's going to let this go.
Okay, I like that because it's still going to die.
Yeah. And he just gets to keep his snuff out in his hand.
He's going to pick up that Writhing Chrysler, it looks like.
I would imagine so.
It's
a card just puts people through the paces.
The good old Writhing Chrysler 300.
He just wants to, also by not sacking any of these spawn tokens, he just gets this Writhing Crystals coming back on the following turn. He is just absolutely gigantic.
I don't blame Derrick for wanting to hold on to that beloved snuff out.
I agree. He sees that he just doesn't need to like overextend his removal spells.
I like that attack there. Get in there.
Attack with 2, yeah.
Remember, we're fighting here. We got to send a message.
I'll attack for 0 with both of my creatures.
Well, big yawn from our hippopotamus.
I'm tired. It's been a long week.
Oh, Drowning Sorrow. I love these Drowning Sorrows from Derrick.
Yeah, he's got one in the main deck. I wonder if he brought in the second one from the board or not.
We are probably going to see the other Writhing Chrysler. And
he has still not found another land. That is crazy.
That is all the cards he's seen too.
He has seen a ton of cards.
And I think I like this from Pfohl. Just playing this out, he has a safekeeper. We're missing.
He has so many cards.
Basking Broodscale.
He's not he's under no pressure currently from Derrick.
He's got all the time in the world.
Yeah, he's got so much time to work with here to do basically anything he wants to. He can also just protect this Chrysalis with the safekeeping, even if you at that rate too.
You can run out of way to win with full stack though too, because Derrick plays more removal spells, and you have ways of winning the game.
Is that a Nightblade in his?
But as a Nadir's Nightblade.
Cool. So even next turn, he could follow up by doing that, and he could also sadistically on his Writhing Crystals to double up the counters on it too.
Okay, I would keep that probably just to win the game, because we do know about the snuff out.
Well, he's got double sadistically in his hand.
He doesn't know it. Yes, again, but you just need all these ways to combo. We're gonna see flashback and Viscerator's Insight, sacrifice the token.
Well, Derrick did find his other land finally.
There we go. We're gonna see a counter on the Writhing Chrysalis. Another sadistically, it looked like.
Let's go for the untap. Let's see what Pfohl wants to do here.
Check his graveyard. I like that. Being mindful.
He's a very meticulous individual.
He's at home with these combo decks.
He
really
sure is.
I hope he finds a nice love for this deck today.
I'm sure he will.
As
it seems to have treated him well thus far.
Both players X and O. I believe Pfohl has a draw.
No, I believe Derrick has a draw.
Pfohl does too, I believe.
Oh, they both do?
I think he drew against Austin.
I think he
drew against Wub last round. Oh no,
I think it was 9 and 7 points going into this round.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So I think Derrick had a draw, which Gardens, that makes sense.
Folded too, because I remember I was talking to him.
I know he's 2-0 going into round 3. I didn't know what happened around round 3.
You got to draw round 3 because he was talking about I missed it. I could have killed it a turn earlier if I'd have dug a little bit deeper. But he drew at the homie, so it's all good. We're going to see if it's Nadir's Nightblade. Running that out right now. Just go ahead and get some other clock on the board.
See what Derrick finds to progress the game a little bit. He's still going to go find a Crip Rats.
I'm gonna go ahead and jam that.
Wonder if he goes for the or if he has a toxin analysis. He does have a toxin analysis, but the safekeeping does protect against the Crypt Rats here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Pfohl just really wanting a Broodscale here.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of ways to protect. There's also now there's the Nadir's Nightblade, so even these treasure tokens are going to do damage when they sack, and the spawn tokens as well.
Yeah. I would be shocked if Broodscale has the backup plan of being the mid-range deck with the Writhing Chrysalis, but the backup plan doesn't quite work as well with Gardens. It works in the way where they deal with your stuff, but I don't think you ever, for the most part, you're not winning that way against Gardens. Just because they have the removal, but it's good that they use it on something that's not your combo.
Mm-hmm. Cast a Malevolent Rumble here and see what he finds.
How many Basking Broodscales?
We have a Safekeeping, a Colony Garden, and a Eviscerator's Insight in the Broodscale.
The Eviscerator's Insight going to the yard's nice. So it was a good mill for Pfohl.
So he's got the combo in his hand.
You know what you do not want to mill off Malevolent Rumble?
What's that?
4 Broodscales.
You really don't. That would be really bad.
I would. That's a fear of mine.
Hopefully it doesn't come true.
I hope so. Any player out there.
Unless you're playing against me, then I hope you know overall.
Thanks. It's like the good old Cascade and put all the Cascade cards in the bottom of your library and you're like, nice.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
You're going to deploy that. Wow.
Put the Broodscale into play.
Is he going to go for it this turn?
He is safe.
He has the Glees to do it.
He is safe to do it.
Risky cast down and...
He's got the safekeeping. Derrick's got the snuff out.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to... Now we need another Broodscale to combo off again.
He doesn't have it.
But I like making him use his resources there. We're going to see the Chrysler get in.
Yeah, now Derrick, what Derrick can do is Derrick can actually put the do the toxin combo next turn to actually just clear the board.
Yes. Do we have a toxin analysis from Derrick?
We do. There is one in his hand.
We're rewinding. We're debating something over here. Oh, he's seeing. Hey, 1 second. I might want to. Yep, we are gonna incite the Broodscale here.
Oh, sure. Jig a little draw 2 action here.
Yeah. With the snuff out targeting it on the stack. Yep. So we have our stacks in 5 cards on the stack of Pauper. Very interactive game here.
Yep. That'll resolve first. That'll resolve second. Yep. Perfect.
Well, snuff out resolve first.
That's what I said. Snuff out resolve first. He puts it in the graveyard first. We're perfect.
Yep.
Derrick's got this covered for us.
Perfect. He's keeping mindful of that spinning darkness. Just
it does matter.
Hurting board states.
Because there's been I know when I played this Gardens deck, not wanting to remove trolls is a big consideration.
Pfohl just draws another Basking Broodscale, and 4th copy of Sadistically.
Yeah, man, that's pretty good. Now he doesn't have doesn't have a way to actually protect the combo.
Yeah. Yep.
And Derrick has the toxin analysis to stop this all from occurring.
I mean, he might fire that off on.
He could, but he can also just get more out of it if he wants.
You can only do so much when you're at 9 and you're staring at a Chrysler, because if you're Pfohl might be thinking, okay, I need to attack first before I go for this combo. We see an Avenging Hunter from Derrick, so he probably wants to. He's going
to put a plant into play.
He is pressed into doing this toxin analysis combo before he drops that Avenging Hunter down, I believe.
Correct. I would agree.
And man, against his Broodscale deck too, Derrick's probably like, okay, he just tried a combo.
Does he have the combo again? Is
yes.
What he's wondering. How likely is my opponent to have found that?
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna pass, and he's gonna.
I like that.
Yeah, I like the discipline here. He wants to get as much out of this as he can. He
found
another Broodscale.
So 3rd Broodscale, 2 Broodscales in hand, 3 Statisticallys in hand.
Yep. But he does not have the protection.
No,
is the big part here.
Just goes for it at this point, and then
I mean he does, but Derrick just gonna now Derrick does the thing that he wants to do. He's gonna toxin analysis. He also has a clue token out of this too, so he gets an extra draw card out of this as well.
And he is gonna gain. He's probably gonna sack there. So is that 1, 2, 3, 4? But he takes 1.
But he gains 1 off the damage
1, 2,
dealt to the player.
3, 4, 5, 6 targets being hit, so he gains 5.
Okay.
Right, because he's gonna sack the thing in response.
Yeah, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
But I guess Derrick could. Oh wait, no, that wouldn't make sense. We're
gonna
see a judge call.
We got some questions here.
1, 2. I have to count all the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's gonna 7, 8 targets because we have.
I wonder if Pfohl's ever seen this interaction actually come up before or not.
Saw it last game.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I wonder if he's wondering if for
Before this matchup.
oh that yeah. What is Pfohl's hand? I'm curious. It's double snuff out plus
Basking Broodscale.
yes.
Sadistically. The
Okay.
3 cards I know about.
Okay. Derrick's just chilling. He
And
knows,
snuff out. Okay.
he knows how this interaction happens.
Can't snuff out that Crypt Rats.
No, but you can snuff out. You could snuff out your own crystals if you wanted.
That's just not
That
where you
seems
wanna
bad.
be.
Seems bad. We just deny him that one life.
You gotta save that for the threat.
Oh, yeah.
Because like he has the Avenging Hunter, he's probably gonna slam it next turn. Fool's gonna be like, "Blah,
Yeah, I would
nice
imagine.
clock, nerd." Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Yep. That's what we.
We're talking.
Yep.
Yeah. I assume. Ah.
Folk can respond to it, right?
Oh. Ah. I see.
I mean, nothing has changed here. There's comp Ariel, but I feel like if you go, sure, wait a minute, it's like whatever. Nothing's really changed, really.
My assumption is that he just wants to sack.
Which you could just sack it in response to the Crypt Ratch trigger. If that's all we're worried about, you're still gonna drain for 1/2 off the Nadier's Nightblade. No,
Yeah.
is it entering or leaves?
It's when a token leaves.
Okay.
Token leaves or a token you control leaves.
So let's make sure they resolve the life totals correctly. So
There's a lot going on here.
if that's gonna sack, he's gonna go to 23 to 10. Correct?
Yeah.
Crypt Rats is gonna deal 1, 2, 3.
23 to 8.
23 to 8. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. So you're going to gain 6 in total,
Because you're going to have dealt yourself 1.
and then Pfohl will stay at 22.
Yeah, because all the one token
So 8 plus
Leaving.
6 is
14.
so it should be 22 to 14 after this resolves. Is that correct?
The quick math says yeah, that's fine.
Okay. What a headache.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. This is a
Man.
complicated board state.
It is. It really is. Complicated game to navigate through. And
Yeah.
like, props for both
I was like, because you've
players.
got your one of your win conditions in play, like your Nadier's Nightblade in play.
And good on Derrick too, just like doing so well so far. This is a hard deck to play. 6 rounds, you play Batat, you win the tournament. How many more rounds are you playing? Boop, 3 more rounds. You played 9 rounds of 12 Gardens. That's a long day.
Yeah. So Derrick and I had this conversation about like some of his decks that he was picking across the day or across the tournament to play from this past week or whatever, and that was one of the conversations we had. Was like, do you feel that do you think having a full day of playing Gardens is like good for mental fortitude, like keeping yourself sharp in the tournament as the tournament continues to go on and on?
Derrick's looking for that clue. He's got a stack of tokens. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Derrick came prepared for tokens. He's got lots of
Pokeball.
lots of Pokemon cards.
He's gonna capture the Ichor Wellspring. So he's gonna activate the Nadier's Nightblade or Nadier's Crypt Rats for 1 here.
in response to the Broodscale.
And it has Death Touch and Lifelink.
Correct.
So that statistically still stack.
Yep. This is as we said. That'll get
Counter
bigger.
there. I love that Pfohl. Just the
Just want to make sure everything's nice and clean here.
so Derrick should be at 14. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
'Cause
5,
there's-
6, 7. 7 things being hit.
Let's see if they figure out the
Gain
math correctly.
6. Yep. And Pfohl should be at 22.
All right. Thank you, Lim1011, for the follow.
22 to 14.
Lots of math going on here. This is quite difficult.
Mm-hmm. I think you should be at 14, but
Oh nope, they figured it out.
okay.
They
Good
got
job,
there.
y'all. Alec Moshi says, "Man, I hate math. I do too, especially with these board states where it's like, oh man, I gotta like."
Well, that cleared up a lot. That cleared up a lot of the math
Yeah,
problems.
It does. Like I drained one here. You just gotta like take it slow and make sure you count it right. But
All right,
again,
we've got the second combination.
is this the same turn?
Yeah, this is the same turn.
Make it
Let's
infinite.
see what
infinite.
see what Derrick has.
I don't think Derrick really cares about.
No, he's
infinite,
fine because he's
infinite.
like his hand is nothing. I mean, his hand is snuff out another glee, or snuff out another glee.
You just gotta find a way not to let this hit you though.
Just threw all the dice on the table at it. It's an infinite.
Those are dead. Those are dead. I hear. There we go.
It's gigantic.
Oh gosh. Oh, let's go. Oh, Alec, what's up, dude? We played in the Pro Tour Cube, right? You had the you piloted the Splitter Twin deck with my mono red splash for Benelish Marshall, white,
The white, white
Spectral
card.
Spectral. I was like splashing for triple white. That was fun.
We have a
Those were
troublemaker
fun
oof that
games.
could kill the Glee, and he gets to draw a card off of sacking this Wellspring.
It's still an infinite.
It's infinite, but he does get the block now, and he gets an extra card at least.
Stop the combo, so at least
It does. So like ammunition doesn't do anything here.
No, correct.
So we just have an infinite.
But we
in play.
do know about if you're full. Full's a little newer of a deck, so he might not know about the interaction of. But you might want to do that against Gardens either, because Crypt Rats and stuff.
Also, he can just move this oof out of the way.
2 Glees on.
Because he can just snuff out the oof.
That is true.
He can just move it out of the way.
2 Glees on a Basking Broodscale makes infinite
All right,
spawns.
what do we got here from Derrick?
Got to dig for something.
He is digging pretty hard. Snuff out there. That's gonna do it.
Game, yeah.
That's gonna
That's game
crazy. That's wild. That was a wild game.
Yeah, that's my brain a little fried, but
and you weren't even playing the game.
no,
That's
Guilty,
crazy.
Guilty also says math crazy. Yeah, math is crazy. We hate math as Magic players.
That was,
Well
a wild
played
game.
to both gamers there. That is a hard matchup to navigate through both. I think both players played it really well. It's kind of a nightmare on full side to navigate through that removal, but he did that really, really well. I think he jammed where he was supposed to.
I agree.
And
he thrives playing those like black green
He does,
combo decks.
and
That is just his bread and butter.
I think he's gonna fall in love with this and realize having a backup playing his combo decks and Chrysler is insane, because like I just keep honing on this fact that Chrysalis demands an answer, and so you have to use it to do stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
And I think Pfohl has picked up on that very quick. It's like, I can just put on the pressure with this until they answer it, and if they pay mana to answer this, it's like, I'm duress, good to combo, let's go.
yeah, no, Pfohl's good. Pfohl's a good Magic player. He's very good at assessing what his position is at any point in a game.
And
like,
in a lot of these combo decks, you duress the turn you combo, but with this is interesting. We saw Pfohl do this a few times too, where you're duressing before the Chrysalis, because it's like, this is a good enough backup plan, so let's see what this looks like before I even deploy up my plan B.
yeah.
And I like it there.
Yeah, I'm glad because he played the Wildfire version first,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, I don't know, I'm not vibing with this super hard. Then I handed him like the black green version, and he's also like, I'm not also like I'm kind of
Chrysalis is good.
He's like Chrysalis is good, but
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
Wildfire in my deck.
Yeah.
That was really the biggest thing.
That's fair. We see the deviation quite a bit. Like people are split on that, and I can't tell you which one's better. I don't think you can go wrong. It's play black green, play Jun without Wildfires. Figure
all
out
of
what
them,
you like.
all of them are good. Obviously, they've put up results in the hands of a bunch of good players.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like,
Oh, yeah.
you really can't go wrong necessarily. Just hone in on what you like to do across the game and just execute the plan.
Man, yeah, and I feel like this is going to be the last of the Broodscale decks that we see today. Like, we're probably going to see more of these on coverage on top 8. We wanted to get in here, showcase y'all, like, this is the thing in the format that people are talking about. You know,
Yeah.
like this, Affinity Godolpha. I think that's like our big 3.
Would agree.
Yeah.
We've not seen the Affinity deck on coverage yet.
No,
But
that might be for next round.
beautiful.
We see Pfohl walking in the coverage room, giving me a little cheeky smile. Again, both players navigated that like extremely well. It was a pleasure to watch them play that, and I hope Pfohl falls in love with this deck.
that was well played from both sides. Absolutely.
And we're gonna throw it over to Pfohl and Thomas over here in just a few moments.
a few moments. How about a few seconds?
Bam!
Awesome. Hello, everyone. We're here with our winner of round 4, Michael Pfohl. How you doing, Michael?
I'm embarrassed, but having a good time.
Embarrassed? What are you embarrassed about?
Apparently, Snuff Out cannot target black creatures.
This is
That's
true.
like a key part of the spell.
This is true. There was a bit of a judge question there where you guys were trying to figure out if you had priority to respond to that toxin analysis, and it
Yes.
turns out what you were trying to do was just something you couldn't do anyway.
Yes.
Alas. But that's okay. You are now 3-1.
301.
301. Okay, so you
Yes.
took a draw. All right, so 301 in very good shape for a top 8 in the tournament. How have you been enjoying Broodscale?
I love it. It makes my head hurt in all the right ways. I'm definitely like a Golgari and Jun creature combo lover, so like I'm surprised it took me this long to even pick up the deck.
For sure.
This is my second time playing it at all, if you count Wednesday.
you
So
go.
there's a lot to learn, but I'm excited to keep iterating on it, keep playing.
For sure. How have you? So Broodscale, from what I caught of the games, and I caught a lot of that second game there. Broodscale is kind of the nemesis, like the big boogeyman of the format in general right now. People are calling for bans on it. People are saying it's totally fine.
Okay.
It's become this mid-range backbone of the format, and it's kind of like the big baddie of the tournament today as well. How have you felt about Chrysalis so far? Like you're just getting used to play patterns with it. It sounds like how has it felt from someone kind of coming at Chrysalis with kind of fresh eyes?
Chrysalis or Broodscale?
Like Chrysalis in general.
Chrysalis in general, yeah. I mean, it's in the limited testing that I did for this. I tried out like Jund Wildfire Broodscale that still had Chrysalis in it and everything. And then I tried just Golgari Broodscale, like more turbo combo, have piece to protect it and stuff. And I was like, I can't not have this card in my deck. So I kind of went like in between, was like, all right, I just need Writhing Chrysalis. That's the only reason that I need to play red in my deck, and it is worth any sacrifices you might make to have red mana in your deck, literally just for that card. Not mentioning even the good sideboard cards you get from it, but Chrysalis is absurd.
It is very strong.
It's very strong.
It's very strong. And then the Broodscale combo itself, I mean, it's very strong. We've for several months now, we've had this creature combo be very strong in our format. What has been like the most interesting play pattern for you throughout the day in terms of like trying to navigate into the combo? Because I noticed you have plenty of Tameo safekeepings, you have some duress, you have some access to in your 75. What has been like kind of the most interesting way you've been able to navigate to these combo turns?
Yeah, I think that what's really interesting is the key that I have found in playing the deck is just coming to terms with the fact that you are going to fail the combo at least once every game, probably. And so you have to navigate that in such a way where you are trading up on resources on it. And so my favorite thing to try and do is play the Evolution Witness and put a Glee on that.
Yeah.
And just like, after they have gone crazy, they think they've worn you down, you're like, all right, cool, now coast is clear. I'm just going to get a bunch of stuff back, and we're going to go again. But in that last game specifically, I knew that he was going to be able to wipe the board with Crypt Rats in some manner, and so I was like, all right, I'm just going to go for it. I have this backup. I don't have anything to end the game immediately with it, but I knew that I had run him out of so much interaction that I just was like, all right, I've got to go for it. Otherwise, the game's just going to keep going forever, and I'm already up a game, so that's good for me.
Excellent. Are there any other decks or any other players playing specific decks at the top tables around you that you've seen so far that you don't want to get paired against? You're 3-0-1, like you could like win draw into top 8 pretty easily at this point. So you're in really good shape. Is there anyone at the top tables or any decks at the top tables that you don't want to face?
So maybe not necessarily decks, but individual card.
Okay.
I know that there is a Red Black Madness player, and I don't know if anyone else is packing it, that has Trespasser's Curse.
Okay.
And I did not pack any oofs, any way to deal with enchantments at all. So if they play that, I have to mid-range you, and that's not a great plan against some of the decks that will run it.
For sure.
But everything else, like I would love to play against, is it Stred? I would love to play against Austin on Blade, you know? So I'm feeling pretty good.
Excellent. Awesome. Yeah. Well, we're happy you're doing well.
Thank
it's good to see a homie in the I mean, we've seen a lot of homies on coverage so far today. That's kind of the style of the event we're running, but really great. You're glad you're doing well, and congratulations, and hope it goes well for you the rest of the
Thank you very much.
Cool. And we're going to take it back to James and Cameron in the booth.
Awesome job from Pfohl there. Very nicely played. Just showing that prowess with those green-black combo decks. It's his forte.
I like his saying, scared of any decks? No, not at all.
Nope. Players. Individual cards, though.
And players, too.
Yeah.
Again, big shout out to ourselves. Gonna shout ourselves here. Common Ground, Pod, MTG. I'm one of your co-hosts, Cameron Schindler, always joined by James Hippo Hieronimus and Thomas Gunn, my two lovely co-hosts. We have an episode every Thursday. We're on all the streaming platforms they can do, Spotify, Apple Podcast, all that fun stuff. Starting to do some more YouTube content. We do some fun tournament recaps like this one next week, and some in-depth topics too. Like I like to plug the Scar episode because that was just so much fun, and I learned so much from him as well. He is a king at Mono Blue Fairies. So
picked up the deck brand new and just came in and crushed everybody.
Murdered like 33 and like 3 or something over a weekend.
Some crazy record. But we also want to shout out our store that's hosting us today, Game Night in Columbia, Tennessee. It's your one-stop shop for Magic, Lorcana, Pokemon, Warhammer, and anything else your little nerding heart can handle. And we want to find you online at GameNightTN.com or on all socials at GameNightTN.
Again, they host awesome events. They let us do like these really fun Pauper 1Ks. Hopefully to get more of these. We do these really sick team trio tournaments. Pauper is usually always a format there, and Legacy. So
It's like you and I end up in the Pauper seats a lot.
yeah,
on these.
yeah, imagine that. Yeah,
Crazy.
And it's really fun to see like the people of those formats come out and represents, because you got to throw a bone to the Pauper and the Legacy players, because we don't get a lot of events.
Yeah, it's
So-
and it's nice that you say nice
Mhm.
for a store to be able to host something like that. And also, team events are great. Team
And
events
the
are a
community
huge
shows
blast.
up for these
Yeah,
things too.
we have absolutely blown out of people for these events.
even
They're-
for like the trios, this event and stuff. So
Yeah.
like awesome, good job, community.
community, great.
Community, great.
And with that, we're gonna take a break, and we'll be right back.
Bye, Bowdy.